Well, hey guys, and welcome back to the homestead. Today is Saturday, May the 15th, and today and this weekend we've got a major project we need to get done. I need to harvest my garlic and my onions, but first I need to go ahead and set up a place where I can go ahead and dry them and get them curing. So let me show you the onions and garlic I've got to harvest first, and then we'll go over and take a look at the project we're going to do for curing. So here's the onions here. You can see a bunch of those are falling over and need to be harvested. And here's the garlic here, and I'm not quite sure what happened, if that was the wind or what. A whole bunch of these blown over, so these guys need to get harvested. And today's a good day because it's not raining today, but it's supposed to later on this week. So that's what needs to get done. But before we can do that, let's go over and take a look at the project project we got to get built. So behind me here is the barn, storage shed, whatever you want to kind of call it. It looks like a big red barn, and inside's where I'm going to be curing the garlic and the onion. So let's go take a look at what I'm going to be doing. Let me kind of explain that to you. So here I am inside the shed. We've got these rafters here, and I think there's a third one over there. And what I'm going to do, let me kind of get over here a little bit closer. I've got space up here. I'm going to put a board here. Let's see if I can grab one over here to kind of, I'm going to put a board this way. I'm going to try to cut that down so it's not quite as wide as that. I'll kind of put that, screw something like that up in there so I've got space. And so if I've got a board like that, then we'll come across with another board on top of that that'll just kind of rest on it. And I'll put another one here, and then the onions and garlic will sit here and go down in between, and I can adjust these a little bit so that we can fit the onions and the garlic in there. So that's kind of the general idea of the plan. So what I have done is just taken a bunch of scrap wood. I've got a couple of here. I've got more of it actually outside, kind of already set up. I set some of the stuff up. I got my chop saw up, but I got a bunch of random length boards that are kind of smaller that I'm going to go ahead and try to make use of and put this together. They're just a variety. Nothing here is going to look perfect kind of thing, but hopefully it'll set up to do the job. Yeah, and these are probably more the size instead of these big wide ones here. Probably going to do these a little bit more narrow ones here. And what I'll probably do is I'll screw it up to the rafter that way, but I may put some screws kind of at various spots here so that I can take this and put that in there and have a screw here and here just to kind of keep it from sliding back and forth and kind of keep it reasonably in place. So that's kind of the general idea at this point. So let me kind of get to work, and I'll bring you back when we kind of get some of this set up and going. So here's kind of the first board that I'm working on here. These screws are 3 inches apart here, and that's going to be hanging down. The idea here is that something like this is going to be going across, and it's going to be sitting on top of that, kind of going like that. We're going to turn this over, and I think and then this is going to be screwed. Actually, it's going to be screwed up like this. I'm going to be using these screwing down into here, but this is going to be screwed up this way onto the board, and then I can set this like this. So the rafters here, this is going to be sticking up here, and that board's going to fit right up in here. So let me go kind of get at least this one installed, and then we'll come back and kind of give you an idea what it's going to look like installed. Okay, so this is the first board I've got up. You can kind of see it sitting up there on the rafters. I'm going to slow this down a little bit so you don't get all kinds of dizzy. I may need to still go screw in the very backside there, but that's sitting there. I've got screws on one side, and if you can see, I got the screws on the other side. So the idea here will be, that'll sit like that. There'll be another board to the right over here. That'll sit there, and then it gives me room to play with this, and then the onions and garlic will hang down below it, and that'll give it a spot right there for it to go ahead and cure. So that should be my curing rack. So that's the general idea there, and I'm dropping everything as there. So let me go put some more of these together, and we'll come back to you. Okay, so now you are looking at what is pretty much the finished product at this point. What I can kind of come up and do is hang the garlic and onions in here. These are movable pretty easily in here. I can kind of move those around. The only thing I might come back and do is replace some of these with some of these. So that is, let me back up here a little bit. That is kind of like that is pretty much the finished product. Now I need to go harvest some garlic and onions and put this to work and see just how well this works and see if this is a good idea or a bad idea. So we'll come back to you. Well guys, I'm back in the garden now. I'm getting ready to start doing some harvesting of the garlic and onions, but I don't have a whole lot of time. It looks like we're going to get rained on here pretty quick, and then once it starts tonight, it's not going to stop for a couple of days. So I need to go ahead and get picked what I can, get the bigger stuff done. If I can get some pictures of what I actually harvested today, then I'll put that in, you know, I'll kind of roll that on at the end and we'll see. But otherwise I think this is going to be it, because it's supposed to be raining probably most of the day tomorrow as well. So okay, so I got the onions harvested anyway. That's how many we got there. There's quite a few there, quite a few small ones, but there's some good sized ones also. And I'm assuming that's my own fault, because I direct seeded into the garden and I overplanted some of these. When I do them next time, I will start them indoors and transplant them out later. And so they were just too many of them together. But that's the harvest for this year. Probably not as good as it was last year. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to go weigh them out and stuff, but we'll kind of go from there. But I'm getting raindrops on me now, so we'll end this at this point. So hey guys, I figured I'd bring you along and show you the final. It stopped raining, so I had a chance to come out and actually take care of some of this stuff. So that's what I've got hanging. There are 30 onions that are hanging, and I also picked some garlic. I've got 9 cloves of garlic hanging there also. So that's kind of the general idea. I'll kind of let that hang right there and cure for the next few weeks or so. And hopefully next week I'll be able to get out here and harvest some more garlic and fill the rest of this up with that. And we'll kind of let that hang in here and cure, and we'll go from there. God bless. Have a great week, and we'll see you on the next video.